Sorry, guys. This is a band called Cavern Deep.
Oh, I was like, well, it's a deep canyon. I guess we're just
Yeah.
standing there looking at it, being like,
Cavern Deep from Umeå, Sweden.
Deep thoughts.
yes.
We get tons of
I'm
submissions.
like, yes. Already looked. Wait, by the way, don't start it yet. Did you hear the Voconus album?
I haven't yet, but I need to listen to it.
So good.
Is it really good? Yeah. I like them a lot.
What
I do too.
kind of
I think
Swedish
that
is
it's
it? There's like Sweden has like the extreme side with like the hard metal, and then there's like the 70s
actually,
proto
JD, you would like it. It's like it's super. It's hardcore, but it has vocals you would like. I think.
They were like kind of a straight doom band with like proggier elements, right? Some long passages and more complex stuff, and only harsh vocals in the beginning. And then they either added a singer or the original singer started singing clean stuff. And what always happens when bands do that is a bunch of people jump off and then a bunch of new people jump on.
Yeah.
I like the version with the mixed vocals. So does this album have that? Does it have a little bit of? Okay, good.
Okay, Voconus. I'm on it.
It's so good.
If Susie says I will like it,
Yeah, no,
I'm sure I will.
You'll like it, and you'll probably go back and dig through their past releases too.
Okay.
All right, so they.
Oh wait, I have another band for you, JD. I'm sorry that this is not.
Do it.
It's fine.
Do it.
Yeah,
Bring it on.
well, and you too, Jeff. Indica Blues
I think I've heard
in
them.
the UK.
Indica
You know, if you
Blues?
like, you know how like a lot of UK metal bands just have this like classic rock and roll but badass riff. I like how Elephant Tree and Sedulous and the Gert and how they all have this like it's like a clean groovy riff. It's a groovy riff. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, it's like Indica Blues. They're on APF, right? So you know, Andrew, I don't know. That label always has fucking awesome bands on it. But I think you would like it. It's just good. It kind of has that Elephant Tree, like good old rock and roll metal kind of vibe, and it feels good. And you want like your top to be down in your convertible and driving fast, and you're listening to it, and you're like, yeah.
That gives me
that
whole different.
Yeah. That reminds me. So I have one of those memories of a thing that I watched once, but I can't confirm whether it's real or not. But I swear to God, there's a clip from like the Decline and Fall of Western Civilization, one of those movies where Michael Sweet from Stryper is being interviewed, and he says some shit like, sometimes when I'm driving down the PCH in my Corvette with the top down, I just think to myself, God is great.
Who's this guy?
Yes,
he's the lead singer of Stryper, who's like the like Christian
to hell with the devil
hair band from the 80s.
That actually made it big.
I'm into that shit.
They got fucking
I'm into that shit.
They got big.
Good job, Stryper.
I just think like all of the privilege that's wrapped up in that sentence is so hilarious.
Seriously.
Cruising down.
Can you call that guy up, the Stryper guy up, and tell him about Indica Blues? Because I think that this might be his like
up his alley.
mojo.
Yeah, sure. I'll
tell him.
He's been in the news recently. I forget why. He's mad about somebody canceling somebody. I'm sure. I think he said the Bible's going to get canceled, and in the collective metal community went finally. Okay. Like took long enough.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So this is Cavern Deep from Sweden, and the song is called "A Waterways." caverndeep.bandcamp.com.
Sounds like a deep cavern.
This song is making me have to go to the bathroom so bad.
Me too.
there like a red button you can hit when you really love something?
Just say that.
Texas toll in the waterways. Sleeping air.
I think somehow the good and interesting bands know Susie's gonna be on.
This is.
I mean, look, dude, that shit is fucking dope. Huh. Okay, I love. Other than the driplets, and I really have to pee right now. I was like, God, stop the driplets! I'm dying. But that shit. That's exactly the vibe I'm looking for when everybody in my house is asleep. And I come down to this room because I have some very important business to do, and I put on that song and get stoned.
Oh,
like, yeah,
come on now.
So it started off as like a weird, almost like folky, like, God, that was
through the skeleton of
it was almost like some Tom Waits-esque stuff, and then like it goes to almost like sort of a almost power metal like ballad type,
but with the doom sound.
Doom, man,
it's just all those harmonies and the weird the vocal melody in that
beautiful.
chorus.
That's the kind of band you go on tour with because you're always going to be like, yeah,
and it's
I can listen to that again and again and again.
It's interesting, and it's not. I mean, I can't pull up a single other band that I would put them next to, which is always. No. Yeah, it's like Tom Waits or Nick Cave, like somehow tripped down a flight of stairs and landed in a practice room.
Versions of Nick Cave, totally. But it's like the same vibe. Oh no, it's funny. It's so good. I want to turn my lights down.
Oh, you can take a pee break if you need to.
We do that all the time. Yeah, that's really cool.
So while she's turning the lights down, this is the 4th single of our upcoming concept album.
Ooh,
right.
Ooh, I wonder what the
this
concept
one's good.
is.
Okay, so Cavern Deep. I need to remember that.
Deep from Umeå, Sweden.
Yes, Umeå, Sweden. Here's, I assume, cartoon renderings of these fine gentlemen.
Oh, poor guy that doesn't have an eye up there.
And it's tentacles and mushrooms and a cavern and eyeballs. It's everything you want.
And a fucking sweet goatee.
Yeah.
I mean,
a couple of them. Well, that's a beard.
Yeah.
That is definitely right on brand with the song, you know.
Who's the singer?
Good. It's like
dude in the front?
Dark and mysterious. I hope so. The one with the beard that just looks real angry.
Just looks angry.
I hope so. That'll just make it so much better.
I'll be a dick for a minute just because it's funny.
It's funny to be a dick.
The last time you were a dick because it was funny, it got us in trouble.
No. Hey, I love playing low too. Everybody should play low. Low is fantastic. Go get a proper set.
No, but I was thinking that too. The flubbered on the bass at the beginning, I was like cutting out a little quickly.
He's hitting
Is that what you're gonna say?
I think that was fret buzz.
Yeah.
So let's get a set.
I was gonna ask what that sound was because it sounded like the strings are so loose it's like flopping on the frets.
That's the fieldy.
Tune down
yeah, I was gonna say that.
Smart.
It's the fieldy.
I did that too for the first like year on my bass when I was playing with Jamie with Broom and I had to tune down so low. They were like, you probably want to change your strings, and I was like, too lazy. I probably want to pick that shirt off the ground too and wash it, but I'm not gonna. So I was like, yeah, whatever, it's fun. I was gonna turn up the distortion, but no, it just and then it would like always, like you said, it would like. It's so loose, it will mute itself because it touches something, right?
Yeah, it just hits the frets. Yeah, you just have
like
to.
It was intentional, though.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you got to get a setup if you're going to play that low in an instrument that wasn't designed that way from the beginning, and it usually just means you got to get strings with more tension, thicker strings, in order to pull off the lower notes. You just need a proper.
I kind of don't care. You know, it's like
in that context, it was okay.
Technical as you, and I just to me, it's like. Even when things get like a little fucked up, it's like all about the vibe and keeping that vibe. And it's like, I can tell if I like a song like 3 notes in, because I don't even care if it's like I hit one note and hold it. Like remember that chick from who's that woman from The Knife, Fever Ray?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
she'll just have like one note pulsing like on a tremolo for 5 minutes and sing on it, and I'm like, that's the best song ever.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
You know,
Oh.
it's like just keeps you in it has a vibe and it just keeps you in it all 5 minutes.
I know this because we're in the studio this weekend, and on that the part that I played for you, when he hits the high note with the stops, he does this land and fall at the end of it, and he lands on the wrong note. And I was like, do you want, he's sliding out of it anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but I was like, do you want to land on the note that it's supposed to start it? And he's like, no, I don't actually. I want to land exactly right there where it landed. And there's another part where the guitar, like Carl's doing a walk up the fretboard, and it, like on the very last, it's like a 18 note chromatic walk up, and on the very last one it just kind of fucks up and falls apart. And he's like, no, that's good. I want that. He's like, I want to keep that in there. It's like, because that's what it was.
What did you call it? An 18-note chromatic walk-up?
So it's when you basically just walk the one note at a time up the board. So it sounds like an increasingly higher pitch. So anytime those builds happen where it's like when Troy's doing the note and it keeps going higher and higher, on a guitar, you just keep walking up one half step each, continuously until you get to the end.
Is that what makes it chromatic?
Yeah, chromatic means every single note in the, instead of like a scale or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Chromatic is just playing all of the notes in order. Like if you went to a piano and just literally played every note.
That's chromatic.
In order. That's chromatic, yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, this detour
I
into Theoryland.
Teaching JD music theory.
Brought to you by...
Y'all know if my fingers are walking up like 3 or 4 notes, I'm done. I'm tired. That's good. I'm just going to hold this on for a while. I can't sing and do this at the same time.
One of my favorite stories of all time about you was when Jordan basically told me that they tricked you into playing odd meter.
How does that happen?
You just don't tell her.
Like, I'm the butt of the fucking joke every single time. Like, they have their, and it's funny because I'm like the outgoing, like, burr, 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 trying to always like entertain them and keep them jazzed and pumped or happy or mom them, and they're like always they're together. They get each other and they're so precious and they're like have this fun relationship, but because I'm like the odd one out, I'm always like the butt of the jokes, and I never get them. Kind of like your dad joke earlier. I'm always like 3 seconds too late, and by the time I do get it, it's too late to be like, oh yeah, okay, fuck off. I never get it, so I just stand there and just kind of look weird, take a sip of a beer.
That's funny because
it's been 6 years we're in a band, and I'm still not getting what y'all are talking about.
I guarantee you, though, if there's one thing they know, it's that the Broom experience would be very different if somebody else was singing
100%.
and playing bass, and different in a way that they could probably predict, I'm guessing. Just like your episode remains among the top 2 most popular episodes.
I love compliments.
I love
everybody.
That sweet southern drawl.
There's 27 people.
If we want to post something on social media and actually get people to look at it and comment and stuff, if your face is on it, it like immediately does better than anything else. So we could just use your picture for every guest. Then,
I would love that. But can I tell you what bands I would like for you to put my face on?
Yeah.
Be like, wow, that bitch is fucking dope. I can't believe she could sing like that. That sounds an awful lot like
so good.
Body Void. It's like,
that's funny.
We should listen to some more of this song.
Yeah, let's hear some more of this. We'll just pick it right back up.
Just where we left off.
Where we left off, we were in a.
It was really starting to pick up.
Yes.
Oop, he's doing it on purpose now.
Yeah.
He's totally showing us up right now. So good.
Only the heart will endure.
His voice makes me want to cook him dinner.
Every mirror scared.
Holy shit.
Searching
It's the farthest we've gotten
Yeah.
into a song. Yeah.
for the door. Beyond the sunken train.
I wonder what the concept is. There's a lot of vocal tracks in there.
It's a lot. It's heroic. We've gotten this far. I might as well just listen to it.
Ride it all the way to the end, bro. I
Cavern
gotta
Deep.
say that I enjoyed that more than any song I think I would ever enjoy whose main lyrics were the word low repeated.
The
Really?
first
I was
instant sounds
thinking
like
I had to
pirate.
put on my glasses to see that. Like, bring up the lyrics more.
Oh, they don't even show that part in the lyrics.
No, they don't show. They just have to write
Okay.
low 100 times.
So
but
so tell me, Susie, have we now found the third or fourth track or band that we're going to hear your voice on?
yeah.
I mean, I'm calling them tomorrow. I'll be like, through the skeleton of tunnels in the bowels of this
I
rescue
could hear
machine.
your voice. I can hear you.
100%.
Doing some backing vocals on these.
So
I mean, my answer is yes.
the concept is just going into a
Sweden
cavern.
band.
I think fungal. The 4 tracks they've released so far: Fungal Realm, Deeper Grounds, Abandoned Quarters, and Waterways. You know what it is?
Whoa.
It's another one of those Lord of the Rings.
Is it a Lord of the Rings?
I don't think it actually is, but that's what it totally reminds me of. Like, let's write a concept album about when they had to go through Moria.
Low.
Wait, have you written a